sharing book recommendations and insight.
Hey, Jack, what's up?
Not much. Just finished a new book yesterday.
Oh, nice. What did you read?
It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but haven't read it yet. How was it?
Honestly, it's really good. It's all about how tiny habits can lead to big changes. Super practical.
Sounds interesting. What's one thing you took away from it?
I'd say, the idea that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. It kinda makes you rethink how you approach stuff.
That's deep. I like that. I might have to check it out.
You should. What about you? Reading anything good lately?
Yeah, I'm reading The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Have you heard of it?
I have. Isn't that the one where the girl gets to live out different lives?
Yep, that's the one. It's pretty cool. It's like, every choice she didn't make is a different life she could have lived.
Sounds like a trip. What do you think of it so far?
It's making me think a lot about regrets and what-ifs. But it's also kinda uplifting, you know. Like, no matter what, there's always another chance.
That's a good message. So, would you recommend it?
Definitely. It's a quick read, too, so you could finish it in no time.
Nice. I'll add it to my list. I'm trying to read more this year.
Same here. It's like, once you get into a good book, it's hard to stop.
Exactly. What's next on your list after The Midnight Library?
I'm thinking about reading The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's a classic, and I've been meaning to get to it.
That's a good one. I read it a while back. It's all about following your dreams, right?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's supposed to be really inspiring.
It is. You'll probably love it. It's got a lot of wisdom in it.
I can't wait.
I'm thinking about getting into some fiction. Maybe something by Stephen King. Any recommendations?
Oh, if you're going for King, The Shining is a classic. Or maybe Misery if you want something intense.
I've heard The Shining is good, but also kinda scary.
It is, but it's totally worth it. King's writing just pulls you in.
All right, I might give it a shot. Thanks for the suggestion.
Any time, let me know what you think of it.
Discussing recent reads and future book picks.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Pretty good. Just finished a new book. What about you?
Same here. What did you read?
I just wrapped up Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Ever heard of it?
Oh yeah, I read that last year. What did you think?
I really liked it. The way she described the marsh and the wildlife was just beautiful. And the story had so many twists. What about you? What are you reading?
I just finished Becoming by Michelle Obama. It was so inspiring.
I've been meaning to read that. What did you take away from it?
Her journey is just incredible. She talks a lot about overcoming obstacles and staying true to yourself, no matter what. It's really empowering.
That sounds amazing. I'll have to bump it up on my list.
You definitely should. What's next on your reading list?
I'm thinking about starting 1984 by George Orwell. It's a classic, and I've heard it's super relevant even today.
Oh, that's a great choice. It's intense, but really thought-provoking. You'll be thinking about it long after you finish.
That's what I'm hoping for. What about you? What's next on your list?
I'm actually thinking about diving into some fantasy. Maybe The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I've heard it's fantastic.
Same here. There's just something about a well-built world and complex characters.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love getting lost in a good fantasy world.
I've heard great things about that one too. It's supposed to be really immersive.
Exactly. Well, let's swap notes after we finish our next books.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Discussing great children's books for young readers. Hey, Tom, have you found any good books for the kids lately?
Hi, Laura. Yes, actually. I just picked up Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. It's a classic.
Oh, that's such a great one. My kids love it. Have you read The Very Hungry Caterpillar?
Yes, we have that one too. It's a big hit here. The illustrations are fantastic, and it's perfect for teaching counting and days of the week.
Absolutely. And the story is so simple but engaging. What about Charlotte's Web? I've been thinking about introducing it soon.
That's a wonderful choice. It's a bit longer, but it's such a beautiful story about friendship and kindness. I think they'll love it. Oh, definitely. Dr. Seuss books are always a hit. They're great for reading aloud and they have such a rhythmic quality.
I agree. I've also been looking at The Cat in the Hat. It's so playful and fun. Exactly. Do you have any recommendations for books that are good for bedtime stories?
How about Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown? It's soothing and perfect for winding down.
That's a classic. We've read that one so many times. What about books that can spark their creativity?
The Magic Treehouse series might be a good option. It combines adventure with a touch of education, which is great for sparking their imagination.
Sounds perfect. I'll look into that. I'm always on the lookout for books that can both entertain and educate.
Me too. It's great when you find books that hit both marks.
Absolutely. It's such a joy to see them get excited about reading.
For sure. Let's keep sharing recommendations.
Definitely. Happy reading.
Exploring game-changing IT books, a conversation for tech enthusiasts.
Hey, Emma, have you read any good books lately?
Hey, Jake. Absolutely. I just finished Clean Code by Robert C. Martin. It's a game changer. Hey, Jake. Absolutely. I just finished Clean Code by Robert C. Martin. It's a game changer.
Hey, Emma, have you read any good IT books lately? Oh, I love that book. It completely changed the way I write code. The whole idea of keeping things simple and readable is so powerful.
Exactly. It made me rethink a lot of my habits. I've been refactoring some old projects, and it's like night and day. What about you? What's on your reading list?
I'm deep into the Phoenix Project by Gene Kim. It's like reading a thriller, but about its operations. I couldn't put it down.
I've heard so much about that one. Everyone says it's a must-read if you're into DevOps. What's your biggest takeaway so far?
Honestly, it's the way they highlight how important communication and teamwork are in it. It's not just about the tech, it's about the people, too. It really made me appreciate the bigger picture.
That's awesome. I need to pick that up next. Have you read The Pragmatic Programmer? It's packed with practical tips and tricks that you can start using right away.
Yes, that's one of my all-time favorites. The idea of tracer bullets blew my mind. It's such a smart way to approach problem solving.
Totally. It's like having a toolkit for any coding challenge you might face. And it's written in such an engaging way, definitely not your typical dry tech book.
For sure. Speaking of engaging, I'm thinking about diving into Artificial Intelligence, A Guide for Thinking Humans by Melanie Mitchell. I'm really interested in AI, and I've heard this one breaks it down in a way that's easy to understand but still deep.
That sounds amazing. AI is such a hot topic right now. I read Superintelligence by Nick Bostrom a while back, and it was both fascinating and a little scary. But it really made me think about the future of technology.
I've got that one on my list, too. The way these books blend technical detail with big picture thinking is just thrilling. It's like you're learning about the future while staying grounded in the present.
Exactly. It's what makes reading about IT so exciting. The field is always evolving, and there's always something new to learn.
Couldn't agree more. It's an exciting time to be in tech. Let's keep sharing recommendations. There's so much out there.
Definitely. Happy reading and coding.